Could I, it would be remiss of me, Samir, not to ask you a bit about the U.S.-India relationship right now. I mean, we're talking about the world's oldest democracy, the world's largest democracy. For successive administrations, there's been a desire for closeness and for deepening alliance. But now that seems to have been thrown into a huge loop. How are you processing some of the Trump administration's moves? We are a bit short on time.
I know. So look, I'll keep it short because this is a matter for another discussion completely. But I think it'll be fair to say that we are in the process of a very loud negotiation from one end and a very stoic response from the other end. So we are facing a loud negotiator and a stoic respondent, and it's exactly this. It's a negotiation of terms of the future, and I think I'm glad it is happening. I think there was a easy assumption in the US that an American-India partnership would resemble an American-UK, American-Germany, American-French partnership. India is going to be no one's B team. And that was something that at some point the Americans had to reconcile with. They haven't, and it's a loud, expression of that. Indians were under the assumption that somehow Americans were going to continue to underwrite India's growth because somehow rise of India was in American interest, and that was the American assumption. That is not the case. It has to be very clear-cut deliverables India has to give and some returns on investment that must be available to the US. So I think, like everything else in the world today which is being renegotiated, this fundamental relationship is also under a renegotiation, and I'm quite convinced whether under Trump in first year, second year, third year, after we have broken our heads finding every other option, we'll come back together and work together. And I think we will be the first strategic partnership where both the partners are more than $10 trillion. It's never happened before, and that's why you're seeing such a loud negotiation, because America has never engaged with a country bigger than it in population and likely to be bigger than it in economic size in the next 25-30 years. It has never dealt with a country that phenomenon. We haven't either, and so it's a very new era for us. It had to happen at some point. It's happening now. But end of the day, I truly believe we will be together in sooner rather than later as brothers in arms, but certainly not in a marriage that ties United Kingdom to the US or anyone else.
India is going to surpass Japan as the third largest economy at the end of this decade.
I think that's
in the world.
That's a natural progression. But I think the point I'm making here is that it's not just about economic size. Mm-hmm. It's about the fact that America has a unique attribute, and sorry, Tori, I'm saying this in front of you, you've been a diplomat. America has funded every side of every conflict in the last 80 years. They've never chosen one party in any single location. They have been involved with all. They've been an exceptional actor.
We could have a good fight about that.
I'm giving an outside perspective, so with limited understanding. But the point I'm trying to say is America has been an exceptional global actor for it having certain rules for itself and different for others. And certain countries believe that they enjoy that exceptionalism as well. And that's what's really happening here. I truly believe that it's going to end, hopefully soon. I'm worried about how long is the tail of this episode going to infect the optimism on both sides, and I think that's how soon can we go back to business as usual even after the episode has subsided will depend on how much damage you do during the episode. So I'm positive. By the way, let me just tell you this also. We do surveys every year. We are not part of the P5. We are not necessarily the single largest gainer of the UN as well. That's been China, or the global trading system. That's been China. So we are not we don't necessarily have to have the view that Indian youngsters have. I do a youth survey where we poll youngsters from across the country, and overwhelming, they vote for the United Nations and multilateralism. India is a multilateralism first country. We believe in multilateralism. Vasudeva Kutumbakam is something that is ingrained in our DNA. We don't know anything else. We don't know the side deals and bilateral deals. We will be part of the global south. We will have Western orientation in some of our scientific and institutional architectures. We will have a very Eastern view on some of our social and cultural moorings. We are a complex and storied civilization, and we bring all of it to our table.